Sometimes, you realize the true value of a mother's love only when it's too late, and every heartbeat she gave you turns into a memory that breaks your soul. Arav grew up in a small village under the tender gaze of his mother, Sharda Devi, who had single-handedly raised him after the untimely death of his father when he was only 4. Every morning, her voice would echo in the little courtyard, calling him awake, urging him to eat, study, and dream big, even though her own hands bore the marks of hard labor in the fields and her shoulders carried the invisible weight of grief and responsibility. Yet she never complained, only smiled and whispered words of encouragement, teaching him resilience and selflessness through her own actions as she worked from dawn till dusk to provide him with food, clothing, and education, making sure that even in the smallest moments, Arav felt loved and cherished, never knowing the sacrifices behind every morsel of food or every stitch of clean clothing she brought home. And as the years passed, he grew into a bright young man with dreams that outgrew the boundaries of the village. And when the opportunity came for him to move to the city for higher education and later a promising job, Sharda Devi, though heart heavy with worry, encouraged him to go, dreaming of a better future for her only son, imagining that one day he would bring pride and happiness not only to her, but to the entire family. And so Arav left, the village fading behind him like a distant memory, and at first he called home often, telling her stories of the bustling city, of his achievements and struggles, and she would listen, smiling softly, her heart swelling with pride, while secretly aching for the touch of her son she once held every night as he slept. And gradually, as city life consumed him with its endless meetings, deadlines, and social circles, the calls became infrequent and messages even rarer. And Sharda Devi, sensing the growing distance but never letting despair overwhelm her, would sit in the courtyard every evening staring down the dusty road, imagining his footsteps returning, waiting for the day she could hold him in her arms again, while silently praying that God would keep him safe, healthy, and kind, oblivious to the way the city had begun to make him forget the roots he came from, the hands that nurtured him, and the sacrifices she endured for him, until one fateful afternoon, while tending to her small garden, she collapsed, her body weak from years of labor and illness that she had quietly endured. And the villagers rushed her to the hospital, where the doctors informed them that her heart was fragile, her condition critical, and that she might not have much time left. And yet, even in pain, Sharda Devi's thoughts remained with Arav, and she asked for pen and paper, her trembling hands writing a letter with every ounce of love and wisdom she had to give, words flowing from her heart to guide her son even after she was gone. My dear Arav, if you are reading this, know that I am no longer there to hug you, but my blessings will always protect you. I may leave this world, but my love will never leave your side. I only wish you remember the little sacrifices, the silent tears, the sleepless nights, and the warmth of my heart that you carried within you even when you were far away. Forgive me if I could not ask more from you, but always be kind. Always remember your roots, and never let your heart grow cold with ambition and pride. Live a life that honors love, not just success, and remember that a mother's love is the greatest gift you will ever receive. And though I may not be there, every step you take, I am with you in spirit. When Arav finally received the call that his mother's condition was critical, he dropped everything, leaving the city behind, realizing too late how much time he had wasted, rushing to the hospital with tears blurring his vision, guilt gnawing at his soul as he imagined the lonely nights she must have endured while waiting for him. And when he arrived, he saw her frail body connected to machines, and she looked at him with eyes full of love, whispering, "You came, Beta. Now I can rest." And in that instant, Arav held her hand, feeling the warmth of her love one last time, reading the letter she left under her pillow, letting the words pour into his heart and shatter him, every line a reminder of the endless sacrifices she made, the love that never wavered, and the time he lost. And as he sobbed, he realized that a mother's love is not something you repay. It is something you carry within, something that molds you, shapes you, and stays with you long after she is gone. And months later, Arav returned to the village, rebuilt the house, planted flowers she loved, opened a small school in her name so that other children could feel her nurturing spirit, and every morning he lit a lamp before her photo.